The wool we use for making sweaters, shawls, etc. is not what we get it from the sheep, or that is not exactly what is the fleece. It is a finished product. So, before this, the fleece undergo a certain process. The step 1 is called shearing. Shearing, step 1. Shearing basically means removal of hair or the fleece along with a thin layer of skin from the sheep's body. Now, this is done with the help of machines which are very similar to the machines used by barbers for removing our hair. So, we can write down the definition of shearing. It is the process of removing hair along with a thin layer of skin from the sheep's body. Must be very painful, isn't it? Using a machine or blade over the body and removing the skin. Don't worry, it is not at all painful. The reason is the skin is dead. So, when dead skin is removed very carefully, there is no pain. Just like when you get your hair cut, or when your father or men, they shave their beard, do they feel pain? No, they don't. But then when hair are being removed with a razor, sometimes there is a cut. Then what does your father do, or what do men do? They put some antiseptic lotion. That is exactly what is done for the sheep also. After shearing, the sheep are made to jump into large tanks filled with antiseptic solutions, so that if there is any cut by mistake, then at least it will not become a wound due to infection. So, that much of precaution is taken, but otherwise it is not a painful process. Second precaution is taken is, this is done in summers. Why not in winters? Because in winters they need the fleece to keep their body warm. So, if the fleece will be removed or the shearing will be done, then the animal will be exposed to cold. So, that is why shearing is always done in summers, so that the animal is comfortable. So, this is the first step in the process of obtaining wool. Second step is scouring. You see, after shearing we do get hair, but they also have grease, dirt and dust which has to be removed. So, this hair along with the skin is washed in large tanks, so that grease, dirt and dust is removed. So, what is scouring? The process of washing fleece along with skin in large tanks to remove grease, dirt and dust is called scouring. After this has been done, actually this can also be done with the help of machines. The next step is sorting. Sorting means separating or making groups. So, on the basis of texture, the hair are separated or the fleece is separated, whether it is soft or it is rough or whatever. So, texture basically means feel. So, sorting is the separation of hair on the basis of their texture. Then comes the next step. Sometimes in winters you must have noticed small fluffy fibers appear on your sweaters and you keep picking them. Is it true? So, these are called burr. So, now what we do is in the next step, burr is removed from and then it is washed again, or it is, that is, there is again scouring. So, burr is a fluffy fiber. This is not good for making yarn, so we just remove it. Now, in the fifth step, what we do is we have already washed. So, now what we can do is we can dye the yarn, because the original color of yarn or wool is brown, white or black. So, next step is dyeing. Final is that here are combed, straightened and changed into yarn. So, now from fiber we have yarn. During summer, sheep are fed with corn, jowar, pulses and cotton seed cakes. You know, cotton seeds, they have oil in them. So, after the oil has been extracted, the seeds are given to the sheep as food. This is very nutritious, and so sheep is getting all the required nutrients, that is fats, proteins and carbohydrates. But during winters, the sheep are kept inside and then they are fed on leaves, dry fodder and pulses. So, it is very important that they should be given balanced diet, just as it is very important that you also take balanced diet to remain healthy and fit.